Yo, what's popping? It's your boy PD Jokes and welcome back to another amazing service, a testimonial service where music lives, where music lives. Come on, I'm PD Jokes by Faith, and remember, I'm not related to your boy TD Jakes. And welcome to Next Music Verse.
Yo, what's up guys? My name is Monada, the proudest African guy, a risk taker, a believer of a successful nation, a bhebha banana, period.
Hi guys, I'm Njalo and I'm here representing those of us who cannot keep up with the music scene right now because everything moves so fast, but there will be a lot to learn.
Next music verse.
Yo, good folks, welcome once again to the Warm Seats Season 20. This is definitely chapter 1, verse 5 of Next Music Verse.
Hallelujah, Murumba, so right.
No, I'm alright, I can't complain much. And Gina, are you good?
I'm good.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You guys last week didn't want to finish the episode. Guys, I had to make sure I cancel these ones. They didn't want to leave the episodes, but that goes to show with guys, we have lots of things to talk about. And without wasting time today, one is going to take us through what we're up to next.
Cool, let's start off with the music update of the week. So guys, we have 30 things this week. You've got number 1, MetroFm. Oh guys, we gave MetroFM a time now.
Yeah, we gave him a time. MetroFM, media accreditation, please.
So we've got the MetroFM awards, and then we're going to give you the top 3 trending songs, and then the last time we're going to be talking about something interesting, the AI world of music.
AI, man. Yeah. AI, man. The other day I was testing AI on ChatGPT, guys. So what I did was please write me a verse and a chorus on the topic love and breakup. And AI was out here giving me a whole song, man.
AI is giving people a lot of answers for a lot of things. I think I've played around with it. ChatGPT as well. It's useful for things like cover letters. It's useful for copywriters. As someone who's a writer, it's quite useful in generating like interesting topics. But yeah, it's also taking us in an interesting and weird direction. Have you guys seen the video where that gentleman has created a song and he's got his own lyrics, but he's put Kanye West on it?
His voice.
Imagine.
I think that's insane, guys. Because I mean, I could leak a song, Kanye West, and you guys would never know if it's him or not.
So let's say we leak a song, right? Who does the copyright go to? The copyright of the song. Because now you've used Kanye West's video, Kanye West's audio, but then it's not Kanye West.
Yeah.
So do we then credit Kanye or do we credit the person who created the song?
Kanye, because AI recognizes voice. And I also feel like South Africans, this is your wake-up call. You're not busy coming for artists who are busy doing auto-tune. So AI, man. AKA can release another massive music, not even country, massive world.
Speaking of AKA, guys, ne?
No, you can't move there. So you got too fast. We're talking about AI. I'm ready.
Ready and prepared.
We're still discussing AI. Do we think AI is good for the music?
I don't, you know what, nothing feels good anymore. I'll just leave it at that. In life, it's just like we are where we are, and then you can solve it within yourself and your moral compass, which direction you want to take. But that you do raise a good question about like where does the copyright go?
Exactly.
Because you wrote it. But I guess then again, you as a person have to deal with the reality that if you're not confident enough to put your own voice on something, then you might find yourself taking it in a different direction.
So would you say after you've done that AI thing, would you say it's Kanye West featuring, or is this me and Kanye West's voice in my album?
That's a real question.
It's a good question, but I also think people shouldn't be that obsessed, man. It's fun to play with, but if you really want to be an artist, just be an artist and people
don't monetize. Like there are people who are, I would say if I bring it closer to home, that people are criticized for reacting content because they always say it's not 100% your content, you're just reacting.
Yeah,
so same thing as the music thing. Like, are we going to criticize them for kind of like edifying or just creatively coming up with dope concepts from the same artist's voice?
I'm happy to watch it knowing that it's AI. I'm happy to watch it knowing that the person has played around with it. But like, I'm not particularly intrigued by someone who wants to put themselves out there using that as a way in.
I think the problem when it comes to AI, right? I have this thing of wanting to do like music, but knowing very well that this is AI. So if you're gonna do AI, like for example, for me, I'm not a person who can sing. I'm not a person who can actually like put up a music. But if AI is there to help me and say, listen Kanye, this I think would be a good verse for you. Here's a sample, here's what I think about it. Like use AI not to corrupt the music industry, but use it to benefit you in some way. Like not in a malicious way. You know, there's something that they use on YouTube. It's called fair usage. So how much can you use of AI? Like I think the other day someone was discussing like, can you actually use the 30 seconds? I think it's in the law. You can actually use 30 seconds of AI. Meaning, like I can sample your song for 30 seconds. Whatever happens for 30 seconds, I can do whatever. Yeah.
I think it's a really tricky situation because when you look at where AI is moving, dude, it's wild. Because during 2020, we were watching virtual concerts. And if you tie that up with the metaverse conversation, how is music concerts going to be in the future? Are you just going to log into a server knowing MajorSteez is hosting a concert at this location in the metaverse and they're going to use AI to be performing to create the visuals? So I say, guys, listen, whether you accept it or deny it, it's here. Okay, AI is here. I was reading I was passing by. People are passing by exams using AI.
People are doing a lot of stuff. Some guy cracked how to make money or how to invest a certain amount. I just forgot the story, like detail for detail. But he essentially asked AI how to make a certain amount of money, and then AI told him exactly what he needs to do, where he needs to invest, how to build a website, and even wrote the code for the website for him. So it's a detailed experience, really, which is great because now we don't have to crack our brains about information that's already available. Because like if you look at like webs, like the web. There's just so much information, but sometimes you don't know what to search for. And if AI can point you in the right direction, why on earth not?
Well, there's a lot going on in the show, guys. As you know, we just started the show talking about the AI, that's artificial intelligence. If you don't know what we're talking about, there's so much conversations around it. So, thank you, Monada, for starting us off with things like that. Now I know when I'm listening to Kanye West, it might not be the real Kanye West. Like, WTF, but man, you know, we're just gonna move right along. He wanted to say something earlier on when I mentioned AI and I mentioned AKA, and I think Monada, you have a lead in the story, my man.
Hey, fine. So
it's
a story that I got from Sunday World, right? And they were reporting that OK First wants 50% of their royalties on the song. You know, on how AKA like really loves K First. Like he's always sampling, he's always like making a reference on that. And then K First now, out of nowhere, like AKA is gone, guys, but now out of nowhere he's saying that, yo, guys, I need my fair share on this one.
Is it out of nowhere? Did they not agree on that prior? Is it maybe just that the agreement is not being met, or?
When I was reading, to my understanding of the article, he said that with the first K First song, or whichever song that he was referring to at the time, he had a conversation with the boy, and he had mentioned how apologetic he was, he did not know, and he understood, and he said he will fix it or he will make it right. And so in this current album, Massive Country, there's another song that is sampled. That's when Mandela was like, nah, I think Dibo Mtalamase. I
wouldn't make the same mistake again. But also the producers and all those people that are helping him should know, right?
Approaching him for the permission of the song, so he decided to go the legal routes because he feels like his music. I mean, initially it was okay because it was like, you know what, we different genres. It's okay, you made a mistake. Let it pass. But then if he continues doing it again without going through the proper channels to get clearance of the song or the sample or whatever the case might be, I think for me personally, not picking sides, I think it's within his legal rights to
definitely
pursue that further.
I hope they can resolve it amicably. You know what I mean? It's obviously a tough time for the family, but from a business perspective, I'm sure there's someone who manages it for him, who manages the business side, and they should be able to get to the table and like speak it out. Hopefully it goes that way. You know what I mean?
I do have a problem with 50%, right? Like you can't claim 50%.
Is that how much he's claiming?
Yes, he's claiming 50%. Like now, remember when it comes to a song, you're not only speaking to AKA, you're speaking to the sound engineer, you're speaking to the person who wrote the song, the person who's actually mastering the song. So like there's credits that go in there, but you can't claim 50% of it.
But if the whole concept is based on that, it's like how Ed Sheeran was kind of approached by the gay family for thinking out loud for something. Let's get it on, because it's the same composition, same chords, same everything. So I feel like if it's your property, man, intellectual property, you are entitled to claim as much as you want. I wouldn't know how much that's gonna affect the rest of the people in the project, but essentially you guys worked on somebody else's blood, sweat and tears.
And it's respectable.
So guys, it's like we're playing every week. This is week 5 when I keep telling you guys about sampling. Take it easy, guys.
Also follow the right protocol.
Just stop sampling in general, not in general.
So now I want to read something from the article, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to the article, they mentioned that he's actually not going through the family. That's one thing I love. Like, he's very professional
Yeah.
about it. He's going via Sony to
Via
say, hey,
Sony,
Sony,
kind of
this is
music,
the thing, yeah. And to do that, I think it's very professional.
Absolutely.
I love on how, as music artists, if they can do that, or put everything into
Not
place.
like do a Twitter
Yeah.
thread,
do
do
it.
Also,
a
Sunday
strategy.
K-Fest is
Yeah.
an
He's a
older
legend.
gentleman.
Yeah, he's very professional
He's been in the game
about
for
it.
a long time.
We'll be monitoring the article as it goes by and see how the case is gonna go.
Yeah.
And see if there's gonna be any changes, who's gonna win the case. But whoever wins, guys, that means justice has been served.
Yeah, I guess I hope they can resolve it respectively. Which should.
Other people. Speaking of winning, obviously last week we touched on the MetroFm Awards, and I think there was some activity happening this week. I think there was an actual nominations event.
Yeah.
Where people got their nominations, and yeah, man. So I saw a few. Some of them have been on my For You page just because I've been watching his story and his journey. I feel like he's doing the most. He's got nominations for Rengo Man's and Black Coffee and John Legend as well. So that's one person I could mention from my end. So I see
Also
there's some
a
activity.
great highlight.
Great
Great highlight from local. Just also like how digitizing things and putting your music out there and connecting can really opens up your potential to the world.
Yeah.
That was lovely, and that was a beautiful story to follow as well.
100%.
So really love that it's coming like so full circle in his own country where he's getting
Talks to the
recognized.
power of social media.
Yeah,
Talks to the power of social media. How as an
impactful.
artist, if you're watching from home, don't take these platforms for granted and just get so I would say so distracted by what's on there instead of focusing on what you actually need to do on there. So so beautiful story for him. I think he got nominated 4 times, even not 2 times. Obviously we'll correct that in the description, but yeah.
So here's the thing, we want to speak about. I think today the main theme is always like about copyright and actually like royalties and everything.
Yeah.
So now one big mistake that happened during the announcement is that they actually announced Kusela. It's actually Kabza the Small featuring Msaki. I'm not sure who's the original owner of the song, but Msaki was not mentioned on that Song of the Year nomination. And that caused a big stir on Twitter. Msaki was like, I'm not gonna let this go.
Was Twitter on the Twitter?
Yo.
Do you guys have jobs? Like, you guys have lives? Like, guys? Like, honestly, but no, kudos to you guys calling them out.
Yeah, when they do something good, it's so commendable. I just
100%.
wish that voice, because it's got such a huge impact. Like when a lot of people, the numbers. I just wish they could use that influence to really speak up against injustices and things that
On the
really
right
need
things,
attention.
yeah.
So look at it now. I'm sure it's gotten to the right people and they're willing to consider it because obviously you don't want the bad publicity.
So,
So here's the thing, on other nominations, right, on like the collaboration category, they did mention Msaki, but on the Song of the Year, they actually wrote just only Kabza the Small and Kusela. Like it says Kusela, Kabza the Small.
Was it a typing error?
That's the thing. I don't think it's a typing error.
We can't make such errors.
This is Song of the Year. Like it's the biggest category.
Exactly.
The biggest money goes to Song of the Year than the other ones.
We can't be making such errors to these big corporations, guys. Just know that they want an eagle's eye, like they're watching you guys, so you can't be making such mistakes, especially when artists' name, their credibility is on the line here. So we must give respect and proper dues to its due, man. To be quite honest, tough luck, Msaki, but I feel like you know you're in the song, and I hope this thing doesn't smell of rigging of awards. You guys just arrived. You guys just came back. Come now, start from Shiga.
Just arrived.
Please.
And it's so sad that Msaki is leaving the music scene. Like she was even pointing out to
I
say,
care.
yo, like I'm so glad I'm getting.
I call
out of
it
this
bluff.
industry.
I call it bluff. I think this is all PR.
I don't think so. Hey, even after the tweet, she was like, I'm glad I'm getting out of this mess. I'm like, phew.
I think she's getting out of it. I don't think she'll stop making music.
Yeah.
I think she's probably just getting out of it from that
The label.
over like that the business perspective.
Yeah.
That way, you don't get involved in the politics and the way they own your music and they own your time and they own your energy. And then also the pressure of like having to put yourself out there and having people speak on you and think they have ownership over speaking over you just because they enjoy your music. You know what I mean? People, like I feel like that can drag someone with a good spirit and a good heart in so many directions that it wears you out. Especially if sometimes you're being underappreciated for something that you're putting all your love
100%,
into.
yeah.
You'd rather step back from that spotlight or some, all the commotion and go into a space where you can really produce like the art as an artist.
Msaki, put up a fight. I just don't think you should be giving up on music so quickly. But understand that I'm not in the circumstances and in your shoes. But I think you'll be really doing your talent a disservice, especially because you've introduced yourself to us is this amazing artist, and I think you are on your way to iconic, Mary Makeba statuses in terms of Brenda Mafasi status. So I just think, just don't give up yet. No, not the cookie, no. Many of us are cooking the guys.
These are the kids already know them Saki as These are the things that Saki doesn't want. People saying controversial things on her name. You see? But yeah, I hope I hope her path just opens up to whatever it is that the next chapter has to offer for her, because she's amazing.
Just before you move on, I know you want to move on quickly. Sure. Do you guys have anything that you're expecting to be kind of like a standard that is being raised at the awards? Whether it's could be the sound, could be the venue, could be the sound. Is there something that you wish that we could do? I feel like personally, I hear you with sound. I feel like we are lacking the visual aspect of the awards. I generally think visually, stage performances, put more effort on production, put more effort on making sure that even if the artist has one song, like make sure that song is blown up. Because I remember I used to watch ABBA awards when Young Money was a thing, when T.I. and the Game were doing the things. The production, you see God did at the Grammys.
Exactly.
Just that one song alone showed you how much
production. I think also the presenting. There was a time when presenting was just such a great display of the awards, and such a great show as well, because there were some solid presenters getting up on that stage. So I think if they could have people who have good synergy together as well, maybe also, especially when it comes to having ministers on stage, and business affiliates, etc., it would be great to also just give them a bit of training prior to them coming on stage, and also people bouncing off a bit better from each other when they're about to announce. So who's reading? The person who's reading the categories and announcing the names, they must be very sure, and then the person who's announcing the final name, they must. I know the lyrics. Fair enough, definitely. But there's so much like anti-anxiety, like natural stuff that they can take before they go on stage. But if they could just practice a bit more, I think, and clean that up, it will really give it like just lift it up a bit.
I think for me, when it comes to the MetroFM Awards, I'd like to see more performances, right? And when you give a performance, like I know it's like 1 minute, like a performance, make sure that it's a killer performance. Make sure that the stage, the rehearsal, like if Blakey is gonna come out and do a set on the live band, make sure you give us the true, like
perform. The reason why Queen Bee is who she is, because when she performs, when she goes on tour, how much time she puts on performing, and just the whole production is insane. So I hear what you're saying, because unlike what they did to the Summers, to Makazi, and I feel like for her it was a pivotal point in her career where she was doing really well, and just the performance was just I was there for rehearsals, and I was just like, I enjoyed the rehearsal more because I got to hear more of the song immediately. But on the stage, it was just so short.
I feel you.
I was just like, why? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there are technicalities that they can definitely like just tidy up. Especially because they haven't been in the scene for a while. I'm sure they've had time to research and see what's new, what's popping, and and the sound is so important, because also the audience, you can hear the commotion in the audience, but at the same time you can't hear the performances properly on stage because they're not carrying through. I think the sound, they should get really solid sound people so that carries out. Like there's what's happening on stage is the focal point.
I agree with you. And just to touch on that, I know it's the last one, but I noticed this because I attended my first live event last year in the Summers. And I was so disappointed with how the music industry was in their feelings about what's happening in the game, whether stuff is rigged or not. We can't have a music award show when you guys artists don't arrive. It doesn't make sense when you guys don't pitch. Every award that was received, thanks was given through video.
Oh, I see.
And I'm like, why? Like everybody's not there. Now we have to watch your 3D video, you are shot against the window. The lighting is here, now you are here. There's not good lighting. So can you please respect the awards so that the integrity and the standards of the awards can go back to where it was, or at least get where we need the levels to be at.
Also, the people organizing stuff, they should also understand that artists can be quite sensitive people, and also artists have the right to protest or rebel or remove themselves from situations if they don't feel appreciated. So maybe it starts from that root, the root cause. Why would a lot of artists want to stay away? What are they feeling? What is the general sentiment? And if they can heal that disconnection and really then try and bring more people forward and make them feel what they've been, maybe debating about or complaining about for the longest time, they might get to a better place.
I think I love on how this is gonna be like a different one. I feel like this is a clean slate for MetroFM Awards. Like to see Captain Small entering the awards, it's like quite a different feel for me.
I feel you.
And I really wish on that day he's gonna be present.
I just hope the piano kids just get out of their asses, man, and just do the most. And But anyway,
Momo, we'll see you on the 6th of May. Shout out. Let's move on. So I'm gonna give you guys the top 3 trending songs for the week, and these songs have been dominating on all like music platforms.
Yeah.
Speaking about YouTube Music, Spotify, and then iTunes, right? Let's start at number 3.
This week I'm ready. I've got notes.
you ready? You got notes?
Yeah.
Alright, then let's keep it very swiftly and very brief. So, Bongane, I think you're gonna go first because the song you're gonna introduce, I think you're gonna love it, and you already love it. So, what's our number 1 song for you?
So I want to start from number 3. These are the trending songs, guys. These are the trending songs.
Okay.
From number 3, I want to start from number 3. It's bhebha, guys.
Naturally.
Hey,
we've spoken a lot about bhebha.
Somebody come get their husband here. Spanish busy watching Yash there on TikTok. Paper, why? Why paper, Bongane?
Guys, so I want to talk about, because bhebha is bhebha, guys. You know the remix there. It's still a banger, but I feel like it's reaching its phase of like, you know, getting out
So, yeah.
And then number 2.
I saw, before you move on, I saw a video recently where there was someone playing a saxophone
on
to
bhebha.
bhebha.
Ish.
Yeah, I think the lady.
Nice.
It was. It really was. There was a DJ and there was someone playing saxophone, and like there was like the bhebha. It was flowing nicely. It was flowing nicely.
So it's still song of the week.
No. This is the top 3 trending songs.
Top 3 trending songs.
And song of the weeks, guys.
Okay, cool.
Keep up. So number 2, we've got Lemenemene. Your homeboy, Monada.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's catchy. He stuck to his guns. It makes sense, and you know his audience is big.
And then number 1, imbayibhayi is taking the storm everywhere.
It's not surprising.
It's quite nice, even on YouTube. Ne? I don't know how the YouTube algorithms does it.
Say
Algorithms does it.
Danko.
Algorithms. So if you go on YouTube, funny thing is that there's 2 songs there. Number 1 and 2, it's imbayibhayi.
Yeah.
Funny enough, like because there's incarnations, and then the other one that's been uploaded, I think, on Big Zulu's platform. So I was like, oh,
Can I make a comment on the song? I think more than it being a Zulu song, I think also we still underestimate the power that our artists have. I mean, Java is a BT award-winning artist. Upik Zulu is a huge artist. He's had a few number 1s in his career. So this collaboration in Kabizezo, I feel like it's really big, and I'm loving how the numbers are reflecting on how big on how big this collaboration is. So big ups to Mzansi for loving the song. Still, this proves to me how much you guys are being missed by Njalo. Any ngoma by Njalo you sing like
Yes.
any by petrol.
Love songs are always a hit. I think I like that this is one of the top songs because I like that. Because there's so many genres of music in the country, I like that there's a different, it's spotlight for now. Because Amapiano obviously are a hit and you know, they're causing a ruckus, but I definitely feel like the different genres being spotlighted at different times, really, it's a good time for music.
Okay, no stress. So, with that said, guys, I want to move on to Song of the Week. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I think I already know mine. It's not on the list, then we're going to have a problem.
We just arrived.
No, can I write it?
We just arrived.
Look, man, I'm waiting for the full project to drop. So, out of the songs of the week that we definitely have my favorites, who's always going to be my favorite, I think, Loyiso. And he came through with another banger. I can't wait to hear the full thing. Loyiso, dropping on Mama 1. So cancel.
No, but at least this time
Who's
dropped as an album.
10 past 4. Like, come on, Loyiso, give us the music, man. Why out here chilling? Dude, I'm loving that song so much.
Yeah.
I'm loving it so much.
It's a happy song.
No, I mean,
it's not
different.
But I like the beat. It's giving me Sam Smith. It's giving me the beat.
Our Sam Smith.
The beat is definitely giving me Sam Smith. But I love that it's like a happy. I don't know if the lyrics per se are happy, but like I like the upbeatness of it. Like give a little kindness. You know, just like it's a good message, and I love the vibe of it. I was listening to it on my way here.
Yeah, I'm glad it's on the list.
Okay, so let me give you the full list since again.
Let me guess, paper.
No, thankfully it did not make the list this week.
Okay, so this is all the music that came out this week.
This week only.
Yeah. So we've got number 1. In no particular order, guys.
Yeah.
Number 1, we've got Unavailable. This is Davido featuring Musa. Give Me a Little Kindness, Loyiso. We've got Njalo, it's Atback Sounds, Murumba Peach, and then Cnethemba, and then SGVO. And then Wiralang, Rain Rocks, Lady Jew, MajorSteez, Drilv. We've got Lemenemene, Monada. And then we've got
Bhaliyacima.
Bhaliyacima.
Yeah,
It's Brenda Ntambo. It's a gospel song, guys.
What does that mean?
Bhaliyacima, it means writes off.
Huh?
Don't quote me.
Bhaliyacima.
Bhaliyacima.
The proper
Bhaliyacima.
That's just a spelling
Oh,
error. Yeah,
Bhaliyacima. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. So it's quite a variation that we have this week, and most of the songs on how they came out, there was a song and then an EP followed. Right?
Yeah.
But then there was an interesting song there. It's called Wiralang. So previously, I think 2 weeks ago, we spoke about Wiralang by McG and Lopez and all the other guys. But then now another version of Wiralang came in now, and it's featuring Lady Do. And what do you guys think about this song?
I think it's okay. It's got its people.
If you could put a face to what I'm about to say, it's Lady Do's face. Okay, wait for it. He's squeezing in. Because you find Lady Do at the most random mixes, at the most random songs, but it always slaps. You see, I don't say about the talent. I say, if not, I'm squeezing in. Lady Do, guys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And it's her time. Let her shine.
No, 100%.
You know, she must eat it up.
So how do you go around the fact that if I've got the same song as the same name on the song, it's like I've got Wiralang and then yours is called Wiralang, right? So how do you go on about it? Do I talk to you about the song and say, yo,
It is what it is. The one that's gonna be popular must be popular. We shouldn't also like overly discuss things that don't need to be discussed.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, come on, like, just chill out. Like, inspiration is inspiration. Words are words. They're in the
So I
dictionary.
can't see you
It's like names.
the same.
My guy.
Like I use my song.
No, it's just gonna make
There's so many songs called Now already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, if we're getting born, we must all come and ask for permission to use the same name. If your parents like it, they like it. Run with it. You know what I mean, fam? That's my energy about it.
So what's your song of the week based on the list?
Based on the list, but my thing is I have commentary on all of them. I'm still gonna do it. So I'll say Unavailable with Davido and Musa keys. I'm happy to hear Davido back, especially after everything he's been through with his family. I love the beat. It's a very cool jam, nice and mellow, but like also that nice piano influence. So it's coming in. So that Afro, yeah. So I really love that. Definitely jammed to it on my way here on the freeway. So that got a like from me on my playlist. And then when I give a little kindness a listen, naturally fell in love with it. I love that electronic sound coming through in Lloyiso's music. He survived Idols, guys. That is a big and that's a big accolade, especially in this country.
But I have to say that he kept himself humble in a sense of he knew the platform was not going to make his career.
Yes.
And he had a huge YouTube following.
Humble and lovable.
Exactly.
Humble and lovable.
He kept on giving us what we loved about him, which is the voice, the vocals, how he expresses himself. So big shout outs for you, Loyiso, and I feel like the career is yours to take. Man.
Yeah,
it's
very
just,
likable.
It's
definitely given me Sam Smith, like that beat, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like it's just beautiful nonetheless. Love that.
Ironically, you sang a Sam Smith song on Idols.
Yes. And I also, even their voices, I can hear the correlation, I can hear the similarity, I can hear the influences.
He sings with feelings more than just a voice.
Absolutely, and the lyrics also rich, always
they
very rich. Njalo, love it. Murumba pitch. Anything with the Murumba pitch right now. Murumba pitch. I think in Murumba pitch, just to get it right. Natural head bobber, good clean sign. I feel left out because I didn't listen to the song. Wiralang, it's cool. You know, it's dope. It's got its people. I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
Lemenemene, love it. Catchy, nice melody. Has its people as well, but it's staying true to his sound and his target audience. And the lyrics are quite harsh, which is a bit funny, but it works. And then there's Bhaliyacima. I love the great Afro soul sound of it all. Beautiful string.
I'm done. I'm over. It's from that song.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't press like straight away, but I do love Brenda's like deep voice and energy. See, I told you I came prepared.
And she came prepared with the notes and everything.
To sum it up, I don't have a favorite. What I'm struggling with is between Njalo and Give a Little Kindness. But like I do have a top 3. Unavailable, Give a Little Kindness, Njalo. Those ones I hate like.
What's your favorite out of the list?
I'm gonna be honest, straight up.
Guys, Sghubhu credits.
Yes.
I'm gonna feel a review more.
I'm gonna be honest, right, guys? Like Uptown is a combination, it's 2 gens, right? And I just hope, guys, don't break up. Uptown is 2 gens.
Not this guy getting involved in people's
Yeah.
relationship. Guys gonna sheep. Don't break up.
You know what I did, guys? Man? I put the songs, right? And I was listening to the song. I was like, wait, this is giving Gabriel a small vibe.
Yeah.
Marumba pitch when he came in. Marumba. And he's like, yeah. And then Cnethemba, yo, the voice. It's giving, I know it's giving some similar vibes to Nkosazana, but I was like guessing the artist in it. Like, oh, okay, I can hear the sound. I think this new sound that Nkosazana brought in, like it's giving other people an opportunity as well. And I think this, I can tell you for free. It's not time, but you're a church girl. I can tell you for free. We're a church when I was Sunday. Yeah, no, that voice was like so clean.
Yeah.
And then now you get like that deep. It's not giving piano, it's giving house vibe, it's giving
the house.
Yeah. Even the beat when it's
giving, I'm ready to, I
was like,
I like the fact that we all have one common interest, which is music.
Yeah.
But our taste in music is so different, and depending on the day, what we like is so different. I'm feeling, give a little kindness, and you're feeling that other one by.
I'm feeling it too.
Give a little kindness. Number one.
No. I have 3.
She has inspiration.
She has this thing with music.
Yo, Buddy Emery.
VAR rewind.
Gotta love them all. I've got a lot of love to give.
No, 100%. So I think for me, we have because it's only April.
Try yourself, huh?
It's
I knew it.
It's only April, and we already have such bangers in the year with some good music coming up. But we're not gonna stay in the song of the week forever. So up next, I think we're gonna have album of the week. So a lot of people dropped. It's fun, guys. Every time we sit here, by the time we come back, someone dropped music.
Hey,
why are you not dropping your music? I told you to use the Google link to drop music there, but you're chilling there, listening to I don't play it. It's fine.
For album of the week or EP of the week, we have Uncle Waffle's Asylum. We have Lloyiso Seasons. We have Busta 929. How do you say that, guys? Please tell me. 929. Okay. Sghubhu Monate, and then we have Joyous Celebration 27. Yeah, that's it. Pick
my fighter.
Yeah, pick your fighter.
I'm definitely going with Uncle Waffle's the Aslum album, and the reason why is that I think when someone is discovering themselves in music and the creativity, Uncle Waffle's right now is flourishing. She's on top, and then she is now exploring on different types. There's a song called Morocco there, and that Morocco is giving Caribbean Nicki Minaj vibe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's giving. What is the song? And
I kind of liked Morocco. I wasn't sure. Like I want to listen to it one more time, but it was coming through.
Wait. So does this mean we are, in order for us to have hits, we must name songs after countries?
Hey! Flip! It didn't click! That Morocco isn't like. Flip!
Tanzania, Unavailable. Next thing will be Botswana. No, here's my thing.
I like how witty you are. You stay with
Well, my thing is, guys, I've been noticing something about Waffles. Me, I'm loving everything about her, but I'm gonna say this for those who've been noticing. I went to Valentine, our boiler room, and she came in some hideous looking wig. I don't know if that was a wig or hair.
Anytime the week.
Like Dana Waffles, Dana, what's going on with the wigs? I saw you in another conversation spinning something.
Exactly, you've got that wig.
Hey, don't be
naughty also, you guys.
Because
I talk about music here,
but it's a brand.
Yeah,
it's a brand. I love
music.
Waffle so much. Musa, I'm a fan, and I'm watching you front row, and I'm looking at the thing.
Waffles, all the stylist.
Waffles, your stylist is out.
You're getting dangerous now.
Stylish
people.
Stylish, come on. You could be getting so many 12 inches.
That week, Oskido.
Why
That week, we said Oskido, please.
Student, I humbly decline on your behalf. Where's my chat?
Are you helping her
She is so beautiful.
Absolutely.
And I feel like the wig looks, it's giving me
music, man.
It's giving me thriller music video vibes. I'm not even gonna lie. Like Waffles, I love you, but that wig, it confuses me. It throws me off. It's but that's a Prince opinion.
Wait. Now that you're saying it, what if now that's the intention of it? Because I saw it in the album cover. Yes, the album cover when she was introducing the song, right? She did sort of like a montage video where the artist is looking at the mirror and it's Uncle Waffles written on like some shady blue room, and then the red lipstick is writing Uncle Waffles. That looks a bit like creepy.
like she's going into like a dark theme type of energy.
Well, I think last week she was trending for being she was trending for being Illuminati, and I was like, okay, you're gonna focus on music, but I think that's the vibe she's going for, and I love the artistic side of it. I'm just not sure if like.
No, I mean, I'm okay about everything else. Just the wig is scary. That's my say. Guys, remember what you guys are what you call this thing? Role models to these young kids. Now a kid wants that wig for their metric dance. Also. The kid now is gonna want that thing for their metric dance because waffles. I want to buy
the parents must talk to their kid, and the kid should also be allowed to express themselves how they want to express themselves. Not everything is all light and hunky-dory in the world. There's space for everyone.
Like, look like the money you have, Waffles.
Also, Waffles is out here being a DJ. The her being a role model is secondary. Parents should be the ones that help teach their children things.
But all love Waffles, but the way atrocious.
Well, at least it's got us talking, I guess.
Exactly. I mean, you're winning. You're stylish, but for that idea, but
from that perspective, then I guess it makes great artistry. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The funny thing is that, like, if you check the album cover, it's not far from Joyous Celebration.
It's being saucy today. It's at chapter 5, baby. You know what to do.
Put that cover here, my Uncle Waffles, put Joyous Celebration, and you will see.
Just to water this conversation down, because it's getting heated up in here. My album, it's an EP. No, is it an EP?
Yeah,
that was
EP.
Oh, Uncle Waffles is the EP.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Loyiso.
No, Waffles, I'm with you on that.
Loyiso's album, Seasons. That
right.
for me. Yeah, from beginning to finish, clean sound. You can feel the emotion. There's great storytelling. I made notes because I forget easily. And then my two favorites so far on the album are Run and Give a Little Kindness. So that's something that
Seasons title.
Not that much. I didn't get into it because also it's emo. It's like quite emo, and I'm not trying to get caught up in that space. I'm not. So I listened to them and I was like, you see this one, it's affecting my mood in a way that I don't want to. And then Run and Give a Little, they've got a bit more of an upbeat about it. Busta 929, I like Stop and Go. It's not that the album itself is for me. It's very instrumental. It has its people. But like in that whole album, I like Stop and Go. And then Uncle Waffles, I'm not the target audience, to be honest. I love her as a brand, and I love what she's achieving for herself, but I'm not her target audience. Joyous Celebration, great live as usual, very like consistent. It's them. Also, it's got its people. I'm not one of them.
So on Joyous Celebration, I know that, like, for example, it has changed over the couple of years. Like, and even the conductor, it has changed from the original one. Now I think Moby is doing that, and Moby is more on the and I think also the problem is that now there's like a big gap there. There's a gap between the old Joyous Celebration and this new Joyous Celebration.
I feel you.
I just don't think they found the right market for it as yet. Like, I know Cape Town filled up. They had an event and it filled up, but I'm not sure if.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Just quickly, because I know we don't have time. But I think with Joyous Celebration, there's so much pressure, especially understanding what the purpose of gospel music should be doing. I think also, for me personally, I think the brand also got a little bit tainted in a sense where back then when we listened to Joyous, guys, it was just the worship, the praise. And now being in a Joyous choir is for rejected singers to go there and go sing. We need anointing when coming to gospel. Look, I'm gonna go there.
You can be so controversial sometimes.
When I mentioned that I was mentioning Kaya, but I'm mentioning the sense of people who didn't do well in music per se. They think Joyous is the easiest place to go, not with the anointing, but also, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't, Kaya was the last thing on my mind even, but now that you bring it up, he's quite anointed because he's a pastor as well. But in terms of what the sole purpose of gospel is, I genuinely think
What is the purpose of gospel from your perspective?
Is to deliver God's message through the anointing and your gifts and talents. Now I feel like it's a show. Okay. Even the Joyous people or the Joyous cast members that we see there, you don't feel that connection you feel when you listen to a Loyiso song in terms of R&B and Njalo.
Okay.
That gospel thing is not there for me.
Is it the talent per se, do you think, or is it just how they're being directed for that
I think when you try and take anointing and put brand together, it becomes a bit confusing.
I believe it's mostly down to production and direction. And so brand will always be brand.
Yeah.
Either way, you know what I mean? Because you need to be distinguished. Also, I need the different choirs.
But if it's the main focus, what if that's the main focus?
I think then that's the people and their reception. But I do feel like most people who do gospel also they do have a brand, like church choir this and that. They all have a brand because we need to like distinguish them.
Yeah.
I feel that, like you're saying, over the years it's changed. If they were able to get it right back then, which is what made them blow up into this big brand, surely maybe it's the change in production, change in directorship that's taking things in different directions. Maybe someone had a touch that someone else doesn't have. Maybe it's something they can revisit on the drawing board and be.
It's like having a rap song with no metaphors, never mind words. It's trap music for you.
Yeah.
It's hip hop, but you can't hear nothing.
So you think Joyous Celebration is the trap of gospel?
I'm just saying, just doing the trap.
That's a move.
Have you heard of that quantum gospel?
But it is a real thing, eh? Yeah, it is a real thing.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with Waffles because I gave you a hard time on this episode because of your hair.
What?
So I'm gonna give you a chance.
Wait, I'm dreaming.
The album of the week.
I'm dreaming.
Here's my thing.
What's it?
Waffles is a great musician. Anyway, move on. Up next before. Running out of time, guys. Let's talk about visuals. This is my favorite part of the show. As you guys know, that I believe that a story needs to be told. Remember back in the day, they used to tell us, Wuti, a picture says 1,000 words, but a music video says 1 trillion words. So when you come to visuals and how we see things, I feel like it can always elevate a song.
True.
So that's what she said.
Man of God.
Fire. People are hating. Can you please zoom into their faces?
It's your mouth.
Zoom into their faces and expose them. Anyway, we've got 3 drops this week. We have the one and only. I don't know where he came from, but Shane Eagle came through. He came through with the music video.
Yeah.
I want to talk about how you guys feel about that.
Yeah.
We've got Nomfundo more with Big Zulu Amalobolo. So those are the 2 visuals we have for the week. Talk to me about what you think about the Shane Eagles.
I think I've been watching the journey of Shane Eagle, right? On how he was going in terms of planning the story, and to see that come to live, it's like so cool. Like if you think about it, it doesn't give commercial video. It gives I'm Shane Eagle. I've got my own style.
Yeah.
I want to adapt to the standard of the world.
He's a beautiful storyteller.
Yeah, listen. Like even the visuals, it's not about the clean, how clean. Like look at our video on how clean it is.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's about that black and white.
There's like a rustic, retro vibe going on, the black and white, and using the actual, era type of editing. That's his lady in the video, right? Is that the lady? That's his lady in the video. Your mouth's gonna get into so much trouble. That's like I don't know, but like I think it could be her. Either way, their video is amazing. They also don't look like they're in SA.
Yeah.
So, but also you can see that it's not a very expensive video, but it's just such a well put together video.
Expensive
it's very expensive and it's good quality.
100%.
Old school meets new school, and even his sound, everything is just so nicely connected.
No,
it's beautiful.
See, Shane, if you happen to see this clip, how people reacted now when talking about your video, that's how every artist should make us feel, because how you made them feel right now is exactly what the purpose of your music should be doing to people, giving them all these Acha vibes, sounds and stuff like that. So big ups. So compare that to Nomfundo More and Big Zulu. They always give you that.
Yeah,
we know what the storyline is.
Yes. So it's got the typical storyline. The visuals are clean. It's contextual. Shot well. Abu Malume, all of that. But for me, I wouldn't say like I'm hyped about it. It's not. Yeah, it's not necessarily creative, but I mean, it has its place.
Yeah.
And abantu about music Njalo probably enjoy watching what.
Is it a good video for rotation for abantu?
Definitely, I can see it rotating, and I can also see that people who are going to enjoy it will probably enjoy the video as well, because it tells the story and you can connect to the characters because they're relatable to a certain environment, to a certain target audience. I'm not that audience per se, but I will say that it's a great video and the visuals are amazing and the colors, the makeup artist did well with Nomfundo as well. That's my vibe.
So I think Shane Eagle takes it for this week.
It takes it.
Shane for me. Amalobolo. It's okay. There's good factors about it, but it's not the number one for me.
The thing is, when you see something a lot, like you get out of place in here. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So for me, when it comes to a music video, I need something creative. I need something different. Like, that's what I'm saying. For me, Shane Eagle takes it for this week.
Yeah.
And Amalobolo, I'm quite curious right now, ne? Like the upcoming music videos that are coming, I just want to see on how different can they make, because I can see the pressure. It's getting to them now. Like, we're doing the same thing, same location, same vibes. Like, can we try something new? Can we be creative?
People probably should need to start looking at like luxury talk for inspiration. People are editing heavy on TikTok, eh?
Yeah, no.
So it's like some of the, to see, it would be so interesting to see some of those editing styles factor into some videos and commercial music videos. Yeah, and I feel like we should probably play like a few top picks and whatever. And see, like, because the same way a person can use your song as the background track or whatever, you can also kind of see how you then could use it and the compositions and stuff that you play on. But some of these people on the talk are just, they are edited properly. It's refined.
When you're talking about that, this is gonna be fun, you guys, what you're saying, do you know that's exactly what Nigeria is doing? If you check 90% of the new music videos in Nigeria, they're taking all the South African sound. I was watching a song out of nowhere and they were actually doing the dance move and I was like, wait, this looks familiar.
Now you're gonna get me touched.
Yeah. And I was like, no, but that's the thing.
I get touched because the topic here, your content, especially in South Africa, talking about how big Africa is. When you look, we just put the microscope on South Africa. I feel like we're just failing ourselves in setting the standards for ourselves. We don't take ownership of anything, but we want to criticize everything that comes out of the country. And when the other worlds and other nations are taking our music, our dances, and they are owning it. I mean, when something happens here, we always criticize, and I feel like that kind of discourages talent, freedom of expression.
I feel you.
Because we've got this cancel culture. I'm a
we mean to each other. We're very ugly.
South Africans,
especially on Twitter. We're so mean to each other, and at the same time, we are actually one of the nations just across the board that need a lot of like motivation. We need a lot of upliftment. We need just to heal the disconnection between ourselves, the things we really want inside, the things we've been told are supposed to be, and just people breaking out and making content. And I think that's why a lot of people like TikTok and like saying this funny joke about they're no more on television, now they're on TikTok, because you get the brave and confident few who are willing to just go against the norm and go against the grain and do exactly what it is that they desire doing. And I feel like if we can just minimize the meanness, the mean-heartedness, and the over-criticizing, and and allow people to just express themselves. I think another thing that would be quite useful for us to do with this platform is try and get someone who understands how to brand creativity and how to package creativity very well, and possibly give a few pointers, because you're saying like there's so much talent that we're sharing, but we're not necessarily like owning the right way and embracing.
We're so quick to embrace other people embracing our culture, which I find so strange as a nation. So I can tell this conversation gets me a little bit hot because I do believe that we are letting ourselves down. We're failing ourselves in the industry. That is why in Africa, Nollywood will remain the biggest entertainment industry in the whole of Africa.
They know how to love themselves.
My point exactly. So I think this culture of criticizing one another, there's no room for error. People can make mistakes, and artists can switch and experiment in music. When we do our content, we glorify things that are not educational. When we can stream and binge watch content creators from Nigeria, from Kenya. Why? Because the quality level is good. We don't even produce such quality. So I think same with the music as well.
Yeah, sorry. What you're saying is also getting. I don't want to cut you, but I get. Because I also think like it's gonna be the same with Ama podcast and whatever. They're gonna say don't go to their podcast, whatever, and they like bash it before it. Meanwhile, on YouTube, people have been creating an array of content. There are tons of different podcasts from different countries, all embraced, and people understand that there's different target audiences for different things. But then as soon as if they were to decide that now they're gonna jump on a podcast and be like, girl, my podcast, Lana. Then they're gonna drag it on Twitter for a while, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be cancelled, and people will be disheartened, or now people will be afraid to watch certain things because. So we do have that culture of just like being very, very mean-spirited, and also it's okay to allow people to join in on the fun. People from all across the world, all across Africa, if they're also inspired by our music, great. And but I think the frustration of them enjoying it in a way that we could goes away when we are then confident and we've owned the talent itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that also boils down to a great deal of education, guys. Like our education system does let us down. So a lot of these things that we feel we need to be empowered by. This is the public education system, by the way. A lot of things that we need to feel empowered by, we kind of drop the ball, and we sort of let it go, and other people can monetize it, but we don't even realize that potential was already there.
This all boils down to regulating our industries, whether it's content creation, music. But I definitely do have a last word, because I definitely know we can go on forever and ever and ever. But while he's searching his thing, once more, guys, I want to encourage. This is obviously a call out part of the video of the podcast of the show. Guys, please do subscribe. Please do suggest in the comment sections what artists we should be able to look out for. If we have any artists that we are missing out, could be across all genres, guys. Please make sure you let us know in the comment section. Whether you tag myself, Bongani Okina, or you tag the page itself, Next Music Verse. Make sure that you guys subscribe. I'm Prince.
I'm Kinalone.
And my name is Moani, the proud South African guy, a risk taker, a believer of a successful nation, a
Period. Final words, Monade.
So my final words is that, guys, there's new music videos coming out this week. We're gonna have a bunch. I hope they're gonna drop them, because I've seen a little bit of teasers there and there, especially when it comes to Uncle Waffles, as you were saying there, and then a little bit of Focalistic as well. Like he's been dropping teasers every week, and I think I'm excited about that. I just hope he's gonna deliver, because the anticipation that he's building right now is quite high. Like the music video, and then we've got PC as well. I don't know why PC is not dropping the music. Like I'm hoping that he can drop, because it seems like he's one of those underground guys. And then there's like, speaking of underground guys, there's 25k Splat. I don't know if you guys have heard. It's like a song that dropped a couple of weeks ago, but the way everything is building up now, like it's getting the hype. Everyone is rapping into that, and I'm looking forward to see on how that genre is gonna go, because it's that Kasi rap that's coming up. So I'm looking forward to see on what that song does on the charts. Is it gonna come back up? Because it dropped and then down. So with the anticipation that it's been giving on social media, people rapping to it, I'm hoping that it can go up and then just sing a change.
You sing shikukukuku. We went up.
We want you up.
I'm
all for it.
That's all we have for you for this week, guys. Remember, the conversation doesn't end when you click the end of this video. The conversation continues the whole week, so do engage us in anything like we did say. I think we're gonna drop our social media handles while the credits roll up. Come on, Prince to PD_jokes. Follow me everywhere. Let's go.
Next music.
And we hope you learned something great today.
We love you, man. And remember, me and Bongani is going to give data away. No one is here to claim, because you guys don't submit music. So we're gonna keep the data to ourselves. Bye, guys.
From you guys.
Bye.
Come on.
Like send us videos. Let's